It's time to live your stronger life. Hey, I'm Sammy, physio coach and nutritionist, and your hype girl for creating your stronger life. Here, we ditch the quick fixes and build real strength inside and out. So whether you're here to tone up, drop the body fat, build muscle, mental resilience, or ditch the diet culture, or just feel bloody good in your skin, you're in the right place. So let's get into it. All right, welcome back, fam. Today we are going to be tackling a topic that I know everyone faces at some point in their journey, and it stresses them the F out. How to enjoy eating out, events, and holidays without guilt or fear of ruining your progress. Because I promise, ladies, you can do that. You can have it all and not ruin your progress. Because also, let's be real, life isn't lived in a MyFitnessPal app or inside of a meal plan. It's all about memories, fun, food, and balance along the way as well. And sometimes it's memories over macros. And so you can absolutely have that all and still hit your goals. And I'm going to break down some different options today on how you can approach that. And I have many clients who have done this. They've gone on holidays and they've freaked out, and I've given them their different strategies. They go on holidays, they follow the strategies I give them, and then they come home and their weight is exactly the same. They've maintained beautifully and they feel really refreshed and ready to rock and roll in their journey continued on. So it is 100% doable. But first of all, we need to have a bit of a mindset shift. Long-term consistency is what wins most. So here's the truth. It takes about 7,700 extra calories just to gain a kilo of body fat. And that is on top of your maintenance. That is like the equivalent to 7 pints of Ben & Jerry's or 7 Domino's pizzas, or I think it's 5 or 6 double bacon burger stacker box thingies from KFC. I've done a reel on it. That's why I know a couple of them. It's I can't remember, it's 5 or 6 grilled burgers and regular chips, but a high calorie grilled burger. It is a lot of food that you need to eat in order to actually gain a true kilo of body fat. And you are not going to do that in a couple of days on a holiday. One dinner, one trip, or even one indulgent weekend will not undo all of your hard work. What does do it is when you go, oh, F it, I've stuffed up, who cares? And then you just keep going off on this YOLO mode. And then 6 months down the track, you're still haven't got back on track since my holiday. Dang. That's where the issue really comes up. So it's not about being perfect. It's about what you do most of the time. So instead of thinking I've blown it and I might as well give up, we're going to shift your mindset to how can I make this work for me and how do I want to approach the holiday? So I've got 3 strategies for you, and you can choose whichever one serves you best. So strategy 1, enjoy yourself, move on. Sometimes the best strategy is no strategy. Just enjoy the food, enjoy the moment, and then move the fuck on. Just get over it and don't feel guilty for it. Don't adjust. Don't do anything. Just enjoy yourself. And then from the next meal or the next opportunity, just get back into your normal routine. The real problem isn't the burger or the dessert. It's when the guilt sets in, and it's that one meal that spirals into days of giving up. And your body runs on averages, not on one-off meals. You don't lose weight eating one healthy meal, and you don't gain weight eating one crappy meal. It takes a lot more than just that one time. Strategy 2, pre-plan and roughly track. So if you do want to have a little bit of structure, this one's for you. So you can have a look at the menu ahead of time. When you're building your meals or when you're picking meals on the menu, go for high protein meals, lean chicken, leaner cuts of steak, fish. Look for the more leaner grilled options over fried, over battered, things like that. You can ask for sauces and dressings on the side. You can swap fries for veggies or salad, or share it. That's another really great option. It's load up your plate with veggies and salad and then share a bowl of chippies with everyone, so that it's not like you having a huge portion of those higher calorie foods. You still get to enjoy some, but you share it amongst others as well. It's not about cutting it out and restricting it. It's just about moderating how much you have of it, right? And even a rough mental estimate, or you can do a quick log in MyFitnessPal if you want, or you can be hey, you know what? I'm just gonna give myself about 700-800 calories for dinner, and I'll just pre-plan the rest of my day around it. I'm not going to track dinner, and it could go over, who cares, but I'm going to give myself about 700-800 calories for dinner. And so you could do a strategy like that. And in order to do that, then maybe during the day you're going to have really high protein, high fiber, low calorie breakfast and lunch, and maybe you just have a protein shake for a snack instead of having a proper snack kind of meal just to allocate a few extra calories, but you still hit your protein consistently throughout the day. That's the goal. And then you can just like maybe reallocate a bit of your calories, give yourself a bit more wiggle room at dinner so you don't have to have like a huge indulgent breakfast, lunch and dinner. It's like maybe I'll have a leaner brekkie, like a bit of a leaner lunch, and then I'll allocate a bit more calories for this really indulgent dinner that we want to have later on. That is like another option. A really cool life hack that you can try if you want to do this, and even if you just do this to learn, oh, that's probably about X amount of calories, it can just really help to give you an idea, because some people have no idea. They think, oh, I went to a restaurant, it was fine, it was probably like a 400 calorie dinner, and it's like, yeah, it was probably more like 800 or 900 calories. So a little cool strategy that you can do is take a photo of the meal and remember, like, jot down notes about the meal, like what's in it, what you kind of noticed, and input all of that into ChatGPT, and it can spit out, like, you can ask it to be like, can you give me a rough calorie and macro estimate of what you think this meal could have been, and just like factor in oils and things like that, and it can give you a bit of a rough estimate, and you can just be like, all right, that's probably where I was sitting at, cool, and then move on. And then the third strategy is the calorie banking technique. So this is much more of a tactical option where we think of it like budgeting. Same as like, you want to save up something really special, and every time you get your income, you're going to squirrel away a little bit of money, not so much that you can't live, function, survive, but you just squirrel away a little bit of money each day so then you can save up for this bigger event. That's exactly what calorie banking is. It's not a perfect science, but it is a nice tool to go, look, normally I eat 2,000 calories every day, for example. I'm just spitting out numbers here, but say if you're like, I normally eat like 2,000 calories every day, but I'd like to have a really indulgent like dinner and dessert and a couple of drinks on the weekend. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to eat 1,800 calories every day instead. And then I've just allocated all this extra for 5 days. Now I've just allocated like an extra 1,000 calories that I can cheekily have on the weekend. Now, I don't recommend doing this too extremely, because if you do it too extremely, then you're just going to feel like shit during the week. You're going to have low energy, low performance in the gym. It's going to risk being super starving hungry that you then overeat and overindulge on the weekend. But it can just give you a little bit of extra freedom and flexibility. So what I recommend doing is your protein has to stay exactly the same throughout the week. Do not change it during the week or during the day. But depending on how high, like depending on your current calories, you'll just shave a bit of carbohydrates and fats off from the day, anywhere between 100 to 300 calories less for a couple of days. I don't actually recommend doing it for the whole week. 3 or 4 days is more than enough to just reallocate a little bit of wiggle room for that event or that dinner or whatever it is. And then on the day of the event, like I mentioned before, go a bit lighter, high protein, high fiber for your other meals around the event or the dinner, just to give yourself some flexibility and a bit of freedom and a bit of wiggle room. And then whether you want to track it or not, that's up to you. But like, it just goes, I've just given myself a little bit of an extra bank that I can reallocate to that meal. It's simple and effective, and it's easy to use occasionally. I wouldn't rely on it all the time, but it is a really awesome tool. Another mindset shift that you need with this though is that you're in control. The food doesn't control you, you're in charge. Better choices don't have to mean boring choices, and you also don't have to do any of this if you don't want to. Sometimes it is just memories over macros. Go wild, go enjoy yourself, who cares? Do you feel a bit full? Oh man, like after that you're like, oh, I'm a bit full, a bit sick in the tummy, probably overdid it. Who cares? Just move on, it's fine. Just if it was worth it, it was enjoyable, you had a great time, it happens, you're human. But you can always go, grilled options, sauces on the side, share desserts. If you're going to have alcohol, choose like spirits with like sugar-free mixes instead of like sugary cocktails. Sometimes it's just like making little swaps like that can just decrease the impact of like having meals out as well. Now, what about holidays and travel? Just a few other little pro tips to kind of put this all together. So when you are on holidays, some tips and tricks to help you stay somewhat on track but still be able to enjoy yourself. Really prioritize movement, walking, swimming, exploring, play sports, go to the gym, explore fun. Like sometimes I love doing that when traveling, exploring different gyms, exploring on your feet or biking about, like be active. Don't just laze around at the pool all day long. And if you do want to have a pool day, then maybe do a little walk and some exercise in the morning to set your day up right, and then go and do it. And remember, walking is also really beneficial for digestion. So when you're on holidays, you're eating foods that you're not used to eating. Walking can really help with digestion so you're not feeling so bloated and blah at the same time. Load up on protein and fiber as much as you can in your meals to stay satisfied. So trying to add fruit and veggies where possible to the meals is always going to be super beneficial. And again, it's not about like restricting you to be lower calorie. It's just like, you feel good in your digestive system and in your body when you eat fruit and veggies. So why on holidays would you just stop doing all the things that actually just make you feel good anyways? Just because you're on holidays doesn't mean you have to just blow out and have crazy meals every single day, because you're just going to feel bloated and gross afterwards anyway. So you might as well just keep up with the habits that just make you feel good anyways. Including that, stay hydrated, drink plenty of water, especially if you're drinking alcohol, but water will also really, really help with your digestive system as well. I really don't recommend starving yourself before events and things, not be like, I'm not going to eat all day so I can go and have a meal out at dinner. It's like, no, that's just silly. Don't do that. Just try and eat regular meal intervals throughout the day as well. And pack protein powder. Everyone freaks out thinking you can't take a protein powder on an airplane. Trust me, guys, you can take protein powder. It's totally fine. Pack your protein powder, pack some snacks, things like that. Or when you arrive at your destination, go to a local grocery store and just load up on some easy stuff. That's just going to help you eat foods that are similar to home, just to make you feel good. Because I don't know about you, but I cannot eat out every single meal. I just get sick of it. I just want to eat normal, basic food. So having like that just stocked up in your hotel room, just some basic stuff that you know that you enjoy, that can also be really beneficial and probably saves you a little bit of money, because eating at a restaurant every single meal is very expensive. But let's zoom out. So the whole journey is about the big picture. Remember, one meal, one weekend, or even one holiday is not the problem. It's what you do after that matters most. So enjoy the food, enjoy the experience, be intentional, and then just get right back to your routine. That's how you build a lifestyle, not just a diet mentality that you feel like you're just gaining and losing the same 5-10 kilos over and over again every single time you go on holidays. And then every time you know a holiday's coming up, you start stressing and panicking and going, oh my God, I'm going to ruin all my progress again. This is so annoying. Whereas when you implement all of these strategies, you're like, cool, holiday, who cares? Let's go have an amazing time. It will be totally fine. So hopefully these strategies resonated with you and they can be super beneficial. So make sure you let me know if you've got a holiday coming up, what you're planning to do, and share this on your Instagram story and let me know, and I shall catch you all in the next one. Thanks so much for listening. If you found this episode valuable, please rate, review, and subscribe. And I'd love if you shared this on your Instagram and tag me Sammy_livestrong. And if you'd like to learn more about my coaching and join the Project Livestrong family, please message me Livestrong on Instagram and I'll see how I can help. I'll see you next time.